कृष्ण पादान श्री
ओम नमो भगवते
ओम
वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं तत् जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्णा। टुडे we continuing chapter 11 of canto first, Lord Krishna's entrance into Dvārakā. Shloka number 3 to 5. Tam upashruत्य ninadam
तम उपश्रुत्य निनदम
jagat bhaya bhaya avaham
जगद भय भय आवहम।
yati uddayuh praja sarvaha
प्रति उद्ययुः प्रजाः सर्वाः
praja sarva bhartu darshan lalasaha
भर्तुः दर्शन लालसाः।
तत्र उपनित बलयः
तत्र उपनीत बलयः
रवेः दीपम इव आदृताः
रवेः दीपम इव आदृताः।
आत्मा आरामं पूर्णकामं
आत्मारामं पूर्णकामं
निजलाभेन नित्यदा
निजलाभेन नित्यदा।
प्रीति उत्फुल्लमुखा प्रोचुः
प्रीति उत्फुल्लमुखाः प्रोचुः
हर्षगद्गदया गिरा
हर्ष गदगदया गिरा।
पीतरं सर्वभूतं
पीतरं सर्वसुहृदु हृदम्
अवितारम इव अर्भकाः
अवितारम् इव अर्भकाः।
तम उपश्रुत्य निनदम जगत भय भय आवहम
तम उपश्रुत्य निनदं जगद्भय भय आवहम्।
प्रति उदयुः प्रजाः सर्वा भर्तु दर्शन लालसाः
प्रति उद्ययुः प्रजाः सर्वाः भर्तुः दर्शनलालसाः।
तत्र उपनित बलयः रवे दीपम इव आदृताः
तत्र उपनीतबलयः रवेः दीपम् इव आदृताः।
आत्म आराण आराम आत्म आरामं पूर्णकामं निजलाभेन नित्यदा
आत्मारामं पूर्णकामं निजलाभेन नित्यदा।
प्रीति उत्फुल्ल मुखा प्रोचु हर्ष गद्गदया गिरा
प्रीतिः उत्फुल्लमुखाः प्रोचुः हर्षगद्गदया गिरा।
इतरं सर्वरूदम अवितारम इव अर्भकाः
पितरं सर्वसुहृदम् अवितारम् इव अर्भकाः।
तम उपश्रुत्य निनदम जगद्भय भयावहम्
तम उपश्रुत्य
प्रति
निनदं जगत्
उद्यौ भय भय आवहम् प्रति
जगत्
उद्युः प्रजा सर्वा भर्तु दर्शन लालसाः
प्रति उद्ययुः प्रजाः सर्वा भर्तुः दर्शनलालसाः।
तत्र उपनित बलयः रवेः दीपम इव आदृताः
तत्र उपनीतबलयः रवेः दीपम् इव आदृताः।
आत्म आरामं पूर्णकामं निजलाभेन नित्यदा
आत्मारामं पूर्णकामं निजलाभेन नित्यदा।
प्रीति उत्फुल्ल मुखा प्रोचु हर्ष गद्गदया गिरा
प्रीति उत्फुल्लमुखाः प्रोचुः हर्षगद्गदया गिरा।
पीतरं सर्वरूदम अवितारम इव अर्भकाः
पितरं सर्वसुहृदम् इव इव
अर्भकाः
अवितारम्
अर्भकाः
अर्भकाः।
प्लीज रीड
तमोपश्रुत्य निनदं जगद्भय भय आवहं प्रति उद्ययहुः प्रजा सर्वा भर्तुः दर्शनलालसाः। तत्र उपनीतबलयः रवेः दीपम् इव आदृताः। आत्मारामं पूर्णकामं निजलाभेन नित्यदा। प्रीति उत्फुल्लमुखाः प्रोचुः हर्ष गद्गदया गिराः। पित्रं सर्वसुहृदम् अवितारम् इव अर्भकाः।
आशीष प्रभु जी।
तम उपश्रुतया नीनदं जगद भय भय आवहं प्रत्युद्याहु प्रजा सर्वभात्र दर्शनालालसा तत्रोपनीत वलयो राविर्दीपम् इवद्रता आत्मरामं पूर्णकामं निज लाभेन नित्यदा प्रीति उत्फुल्ल मुख प्रचुर हर्ष गदगदाया गिरा पीतरम सर्वसुहृदम अवितारम इव अर्भका
अर्भकाः।
अर्भका।
पूनम माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
तम उपश्रुतया निदम जगत भयो भय 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 अवहम प्रति उदयो प्रजा सर्व भरते दर्शन लालसाः तत्र उपनीता बलयो रविर्दीपम इव आदताः आत्मरामं पूर्णकामं निज लाभेन नित्यदाः प्रति उत्फुला मुखा प्रचुर हर्षा गदगदया गिराः पीतरं सर्वसुहृदम् अवितारम् इव अर्भकाः।
कृपा में सीता माता जी।
माता जी। तम
हरे कृष्ण।
उपस्रुता हरे कृष्ण। तम उपस्रुता निनादम जगत भय भय अभयम प्रत्युद्य प्रजा सर्वप्रति दर्शन लालसा तत्रोपिना बालयो रवि दीपम इव अदिता आत्मरामं पुनर्कामं निज लाभीन नित्यदा प्रीति उत्पुल्ल मुखा प्रोचुर हर्ष गदगदया गिरा पीतरम सर्प सुगंधम अभितारम इव आब्रहा। थैंक यू।
अर्भकाः। ट्रांसलेशन एंड परपट बाय द श्रीला प्रभुपाद। जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। The citizens of Dvārakā, having heard that sound which threatened spear personified in the material world, began to run toward him fast, just to have a long desired audience with the Lord, who is the protector of all devotees. The citizens arrived before the Lord with their petitions, offering them to the fully satisfied and self-sufficient one, who by his own potency insists as other. These presentations were like the offering of a lamp to the sun. Yet the citizens began to speak in ecstatic language to receive the Lord, just as our words welcomed their guardian and father. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As already explained, the citizens of Dvārakā, who lived at the time of Lord Krishna's presence, there were all liberated souls who descended there along with the Lord as entourage. All were very anxious to have an audience with Lord, although because of spiritual contact they were separated from Lord. Just as the gopis at Vrindavan used to think of Krishna while he was away from village for cowherding and engagements, citizens of Dvārakā were all immersed in thought of the Lord while he was away from Dvārakā to attend battle of Kurukshetra. Some distinguished fictions written in Bengal concluded that Krishna of Vrindavan, that of Mathura, and that of Dvārakā were different personalities. Historically, there is no truth in this conclusion. The Krishna of Kurukshetra and the Krishna of Dvārakā are one and the same personality. The citizens of Dvārakā were thus in a state of melancholy due to the Lord's absence from the transcendental city, as much as we are put in a state of melancholy at night because of the absence of the sun. The sound heralded Lord Krishna was something like the heralding of the sunrise in the morning. So all the citizens of Dvārakā awoke from a state of slumber because of the sunrise of Krishna, and they all hastened toward him just to have an audience. The devotees of the Lord know no one else, and as protector, this sound of the Lord is identical with the Lord, as we have tried to explain by the non-dual position of the Lord. The material existence of our present status is full of fear. Out of the four problems of material existence, namely the food problem, the shelter problem, the fear problem, the mating problem. The fear problem gives us more trouble than the others. We are always fearful due to our ignorance of next problem. The whole material existence is full of problems. Thus, fear problem is always prominent. This is due to our association with illusory energy of Lord, known as Maya or external energy. Yet all fear is vanished as soon as there is sound of Lord, represented by his holy name, and it was sounded by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the following 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We can take advantage of these sounds and be free from all threatening problems of material existence. The Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa is described herein as Atma Ram. He is self-sufficient, and there is no need for him to seek happiness from anything beyond himself. He is self-sufficient because his very transcendental existence is total bliss. He is eternally existent. He is all cognizant and all blissful. Therefore, any presentation, however valuable it may be, is not needed by him. But still, because he is the well-wisher for one and all, he accepts from everyone everything that is offered to him in pure devotional service. It is not that he is in want of for such thing, because the things are themselves generated from his energy. The comparison is made here in that making offering to Lord is something like offering a lamp in worship of the sun god. Anything fiery and illuminating is but an emanation of the energy of the sun, and yet to worship the sun god it is necessary to offer him a lamp. Om Ajnanatimirandasya. In the worship of the sun, there is some sort of demand made by the worshipper, but in the case of devotional service to the Lord, there is no question of demand from either side. It is all a sign of pure love and affection between the Lord and the devotee. The Lord is the supreme father of all beings, and therefore those who are conscious of this vital relation with God can make filial demands from the father, and father is pleased to supply demands of such obedient sons without bargaining. The Lord is just like desire tree. From him, everyone can have everything by the causeless mercy of Lord. As Supreme Father, the Lord, however, does not supply to a pure devotee what is considered to be a barrier to the discharge of devotional service. Those who are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord can rise to the position of unalloyed devotional service by his transcendental attraction. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Ham Shri Guroho Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा। We continue chapter 11 of Canto First, Lord Krishna's entrance into Dvārakā. We try to understand shloka number 3 to 5. Here they describing about when Krishna came at the bank of their capital. They big um, they sounded their conch shell, and all their inhabitants in their capital, they both all are coming to meet and him. And here they comparing uh, about Krishna's to the sun, and citizens also uh, given the presentations were like the offering of a lamb to the sun that described. Prabhuji will told us all these important points in detail. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarvecha kripasinubhyo patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah.
So this shloka makes many points clear. Lord is protector of all devotees. His conch shell, the sound, it threatens even here personified in the material world. All citizens were running towards him so that they could have long desired audience with the Lord. Krishna is Atmaram, fully satisfied, self-sufficient. Krishna, with his own potency, incessantly supplies everything to others. The citizens, they arrived with their respective presentations, offering them to Krishna, which is compared in the shloka as the offering of a lamp to the sun. And then they all started speaking in ecstatic language to receive the Lord, just like a ward welcomes the guardian and the father. So these citizens of Dvārakā, we have seen that they were actually all liberated souls, Mukta Jiva, who descended there along with the Lord as his entourage. So they were very anxious to have audience with the Lord because they were always to be with him, to serve him. So though because of spiritual contact, they never separated from the Lord, but they were very eager to actually see him in person in front of their own eyes. They were in a state of melancholy because of Krishna's absence. This is what we have seen in our own experience as well. As soon as the sun sets and there is darkness, we get in a state of melancholy at night because of the absence of the sun. So, in such a situation, any single ray of light is a hope. So, similarly, the sound of the conch shell heralded by Lord Krishna was something like the heralding of the sunrise in the morning. And immediately, everyone awoke from the state of slumber. So it was just like Krishna rising, the sunrise of Krishna. And so everyone hastened towards him to have his audience. Because they all knew there is no one else who can be their protector. And this is a fact. The devotees of the Lord always know that no one else can be a protector. In fact, in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto 18th chapter 20th verse, There is a very nice prayer by Lakshmi ji, the goddess of fortune. सवहि पति स्यात् कुतो अभयः स्वयं समन्ततः पाति भय आतुरं जनम स एक एव इतरथा मिथो भयम न एव आत्मलाभाद्भिः मन्यते परम. So Lakshmi ji is saying, he alone who is never afraid, but who, on the contrary, gives complete shelter to all fearful persons, can actually become a husband and protector. Therefore, my Lord, you are the only husband, and no one else can claim this position. If you are not the only husband, you will be afraid of others. Therefore, persons learn in all Vedic literatures except only your lordship as everyone's master, and they think no one else a better husband and protector than you. So Lakshmi ji is making it very clear that Krishna is the only protector. A person who can provide protection is also known as Purusha. So Purusha is someone who is to provide protection, and for that he has to be Samartha or able. And the most Samartha, the most able Purusha is known as Purushottama. And Krishna is that Purushottam, the supreme person, which is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 15.17. उत्तमः पुरुषः तु अन्यः परमात्म इति उदाहृतः यह लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्य अव्यय ईश्वरः. But unfortunately, being ignorant, we seek shelter for fulfillment of our needs, our wants, and protection elsewhere. But then, like Draupadi, we also learn the hard way that apart from Krishna's shelter, if we take any other shelter, we are bound to become despondent and defeated in our endeavors. So Draupadi tried to seek shelter from everyone in the assembly. She requested everyone, but no one could. She herself tried to the best of her strength, but she could not. And then she simply gave up and completely surrendered to Krishna. Oh Krishna, please protect me. And lo, the magic. Krishna supplied rims and rims of saris to such an extent that Dushasana fell down. But then she learnt it the hard way. So if we take any other shelter, we are to become despondent and defeated in our endeavors. So Krishna is the only protector. In fact, in 13th chapter, 41st sloka, we are going to learn very soon. Lokah sapala yasya ime vahanti balim ishituhu. All living beings and their leaders carry on worship to be well protected. So to seek protection is one of the reasons why everyone wants to completely continue doing worship. And we, exposed to the onslaughts of miseries, if we dwell on it, we will know very well that we have no one else but self to blame, because we are not taken to the prescription for being well protected. So if you want to be well protected, then we have to follow the inscriptions of Bhagavad Gita, which are very clear. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. So Krishna is the only protector. And the sound of the Lord is identical with the Lord. Our material existence is always full of fear. So Prabhupada talks about 4 problems of material existence: food, shelter, fear, and meeting problems. And out of all these 4, the fear problem is most troublesome, because we are always fearful, because we are ignorant of what the next problem is going to be. The whole material existence is full of problems, and the fear problem is always prominent. This is due to our association with Maya, the illusory energy of the Lord, or also the external energy. So Maya illusions us, and we are always afraid, always fearful of what next, what next, what next. But then this fear is vanished as soon as there is sound of the Lord, represented by His holy name. And this is something which practically was done by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we just surrender to the sound vibrations of Krishna, and we immediately get the advantage of these sound vibrations. And we are free from all threatening problems of the life, of the material world. Because Krishna and his name are not different from each other. And Krishna is Atmaram. He is self-sufficient. There is no need for him to seek happiness from anything beyond himself. He is self-sufficient because his very transcendental existence is total bliss. He is eternally existent. He is all cognizant. He is all blissful. So he is described as Atmara. But at the same time, he is well-wisher for everyone. So whoever offers whatever, he accepts it in pure devotional service. It is not that he is in want of such things, but because the things are themselves generated from his energy. But then he looks at the bhava. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahruta ashnami pratatmanah. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I'll accept it. But then it is like offering a lamp to the sun. Because anything fiery and illuminating is but an emanation of the energy of the sun, and yet to worship the sun God, we try to offer him a lamp. But then there is a difference. In the worship of sun, we are demanding something from sun. But in case of devotional service to the Lord, there is no question of demand. It is a sign of pure love and affection between Lord and us. Lord is a supreme Father, and therefore those who are conscious of this vital relation with God, they can make filial demands from Father, and the Father is pleased to supply the demands of such obedient sons without bargaining. Lord is like a desired tree. Everyone can have anything by the causeless mercy of the Lord. But then Krishna will never give something which can be a barrier to devotional service. So we ask, and Krishna approves that what is necessary for us. And one who engages in devotional service can slowly and steadily rise to the position of unalloyed devotional service because of the transcendental attraction of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.